Oh boy, it's a battle of the heavyweights. VTI versus VOO.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have a special video talking about VTI and VOO, two of the top Vanguard ETFs that many people recommend for your portfolio. Alright, so right now we're going to be diving into some of the key differences between both VTI and VOO so you can make a better decision on which one you might want to use. So right off the bat, we can look, we have VOO and VTI. The assets, now this is accurate as of, I think this article was made in March of this year, so keep that in mind, but it's more or less accurate. So here we go. Assets 500 billion in VOO and then 840 billion in VTI. Stocks, this is one of the main differences you're getting between VOO and VTI, because VOO is the S&P 500 and then VTI is total stock market. So sorry to cut you off, but if you could leave me a like for the YouTube algorithm, I'd really appreciate it. And if you want to, subscribe so you can see more videos like this in the future. Either way, let's get back to the video. And these are both by Vanguard if you did not know that. So stocks in VOO 508, stocks in VTI 3,501. So wow, right? Tons of diversification. That's because VTI has exposure to both mid and small caps, whereas VOO is just large cap. Dividend yield is similar. We have a 2.03 in VOO as opposed to a 1.95 in VTI, and then expense ratio exact same at 0.03%. So why did I say that so weird? So when we look at both ETFs, they have the same top 10 holdings, so that's another thing. They're both getting most of their weight from these top 10 stocks right here, which is a great list. Look at that. Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Facebook, Berkshire Hathaway, Johnson & Johnson, JP Morgan, Visa, Procter & Gamble, all great companies. So as you can see here, we have VOO. They have a 24.8% in these holdings, and then VTI has 20.7%. So obviously VTI has less in that because they have so many holdings, but they still have a lot of their percentage in those top 10 as well, almost similar to VOO. So like it says here, VTI was more diversified, but still the biggest companies are most responsible for their returns. So when we look at their performance over the past, and then this 10-year performance is estimated because VOO hasn't been around that long, but we can see that VOO has been outperforming VTI by a little bit here and there. So it does outperform VTI, just not like by as much as you would think, considering how diversified VTI is. And then as we see the growth here, both of them, look at that. It's practically exactly the same. I mean, here at the end you see VOO is going above VTI, but I mean, look at the past of it. I mean, they track exactly the same. So I know that was a super quick explanation, but when you're looking at both of these ETFs, it's apparent that both of these are super similar. They're both by Vanguard, both have a cheap expense ratio, and they both move almost the same because they both have their top 10 holdings at a very similar percentage. So when you're trying to pick one of these, and I am not a financial advisor, I personally at first went with VTI, but the more I researched and the more I just kind of decided for myself, I switched over most of that money to VOO, and that's just because it does have past performance, as we saw, a little bit greater than VTI. But they say past performance doesn't always mean future performance. but that's what we have to work with here, you know? So I just went with that, and we'll see what happens. For you, you can pick whatever you want. You always have to do your own research, but both VTI and VOO are solid ETFs. Tons of people recommend either one of them, so if you pick one or the other, you're in pretty good hands either way. So don't stress about it too much. Use this information as you will, and like I said, look more into them and decide for yourself. I hope you enjoyed the video. I try to keep things short and sweet here on the channel because I know I personally, as a noob, don't always like to spend 20 minutes watching a video. I know it's good for some solid information at times, but some of the time I just want a quick dive, a quick overview so that I just have a better idea of certain things. So if that's you too, then hey, stick around and subscribe. If not, thank you for watching anyway, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.